Hey everybody, I went ahead and did the Double Pawn Matrix Pilot event. Now this is a new event that was added to the game. This patch, it is a recurring event and it's actually going to reset next patch. So if you have not already done this, I do recommend that you go ahead and get started. It's pretty simple to do, especially if you have a couple premier teams. But this is also a good way to test out your account. So how this works is basically you just need to first do the stability accords. You need to reach at least 10,000 points. But you only have 3 teams to do it. So this is a good way to see if your account can actually handle this event. Because if you're able to get 10,000 points, you should be able to get some of the rewards in the main mode. But for me, I'm kind of in a unique situation where I basically have every character in a game at least at S0. But they did actually add some nice features to this mode. The first off being the preset team. So if you can't really figure out a good team to use, you can always go the preset teams and try to do those. Now some are a bit more complicated than others. So ideally if you have like 3 to 4 of your favorite teams, you're going to most likely probably be able to get through this. And another feature that they have are demo resonators. One character right here, Buling, I did not level at all. I just got it on my account, but I'm able to use her as a demo resonator to where she's going to be fully leveled and she's going to have all of the sequences that I have currently unlocked. So you can take advantage of that to kind of help get you through some of these modes. And pretty much all the starter limited characters got a buff in this mode especially, so they're going to be able to hit a lot harder. So next let's go ahead and talk about the rewards. So once you pass the first level, you're going to get 150 asterite. And next we have Singularity Expansion, to where if you want to try to get all of the asterite, you need to reach at least 21,000 points. And generally most people are going to be able to accomplish this between 4 to 6 teams, because in Singularity Expansion, you're able to have as many teams as you want. So the general strat is to start out with your weakest teams and progress up to your stronger teams, so that way you can try to get as many points as possible. So you do want to kind of plan out your teams. And probably for those dolphins and whales, if you want to try to get all the rewards, you need to reach at least 58,000 points. So for me, I was able to reach 60,000 points, and I believe I could have probably done this a lot better if I would have got my rotations, maybe organized my teams a little bit. We'll try again next time. But I wanted to go ahead and showcase how I did in this event, so hopefully it can help you guys. So the first team that I used was Zani, Phoebe, and Spectro Rover. Now, if this team is optimized properly, you can get some crazy scores. Like I've seen some people get 10,000 points, but that's only if you master the rotation and do everything properly. Now, I was not able to fully master the rotation, but even still, just using this team got me a pretty high score. I didn't expect to do as well as I did, especially since all of these characters are S0, besides Rover, of course. So how I was able to make this team work is essentially I use Rover as Zani's battery. What I mean by that is essentially once Zani enters her ultimate form and she does 2 basic attacks, she's locked in a combo. During this time, you're able to quickly switch over to Rover, cast her Liberation, and it further extends Zani's ultimate so she's able to do more big, heavy attacks. Now, the more complex rotation uses Phoebe to also help further increase Zani's ultimate form. And that's one of the main ways how you're able to get crazy scores. So as I got better at this team, my score went up and up. So I can definitely see that if I keep practicing this team, this can definitely be one of my stronger contenders for this mode. So here is the first team's full run.
No problem. I can still knock some heads around. Moment of resonance. Swift and resolute. I have a report for that.
Sentinel protection. Crystals, give me strength.
I don't have all day.
Break. Hope the hour is upon us. Don't stand in my way.
Come on.
will protect me.
All yours. All of you at once. I don't do overtime. Reduce to
Our
dust.
senses hope the end has come. Swift and resolute.
What a waste of time.
Next, we have Team 2, to where we have Jinshi, Zhezhi, and Verina. Now, my Jinshi does have a few sequences, so of course that was helping her with her power. But due to the positioning where I chose her, we did have to fight an ice boss, so Zhezhi was a little weaker on that third boss. But even with all that, this team did really well. I was of course able to use the jump tech for Jinshi, so that way I could try to get her ult out faster, and I did the jump tech with Zhezhi, so that way she was barely on the field. So here's a showcase of Team 2.
Luminous energy. Witness the art's true form. Here come together we fight. Strike fast, take form. Thunder guidance. Versus end. Introducing. I'm so tired. Bask in the sunlight. Art unveiled. Here comes the together we fight. Strike the take form. Sacred light. Introducing. Woefully. Introducing. After the start. His strike is one. Take form, heavenly day. Banish all fight. Thus it ends. Flow. Bird of evolution. Life is in everything. Introducing. Here comes the cloud. It hurts. Art unveiled. Together we fight. Our lights shine through. Take form. Sacred light. Introducing. Bask in the sunlight. Introducing. Witness the art's true form. Strike is one.
Next, we got Team 3, to where we have Galbrena, Qiuyuan, and Mornye. Now, this team was actually a little complicated due to several factors. You have to do certain things on Galbrena so that way she can reach her full damage. What I mean by that is that you have to fully fill up her forte bar, then you have to activate her skill, and then you have to cast her ultimate. If you do not do that, your damage drops pretty substantially. On top of that, my main opponent was the Ice Dragon, which likes to move around a lot or freeze you, which is not as bad as the flying mech, but still annoying. And then to top it all off, once we do finally defeat the Ice Dragon, we're going to be fighting the monkey once again, except now he's harder, and since Qiuyuan is arrow, he's doing less damage. But I did have him on the Moonlight set, so it wasn't that bad. And this team was carried by my S1 Mornye, so I can't complain too much. So here's a showcase of Team 3.
mandate calls. Judgment falls. Break my bamboo. Winds howl. Gotcha.
By my triggers. Enter Hell's Gate.
Assuming masterpiece stars. Hear my queries. All units fire. Attack confirmed.
What sleeps within bamboo? Winds howl. One strike. Settle it all.
You can't sketch me. I send you to your grave. Fight fire with fire.
Assuming masterpiece authorizing maximum output. Order executed. Structural overview.
Start nothing. Your life is mine to take.
Speak of the devil. Behave now. I'll show you. Fight fire with fire.
Assuming masterpiece initiating criticality protocol. Processing complete.
4 Team 4, we have the wheelchair team, to where it consists of Carlotta, Lynae, and Mornye. Now, Lynae and Mornye can basically be paired with any resonator, and they're going to massively buff their damage. Not to mention, my Carlotta's S2, so she's a little bit stronger than most. And her rotation is extremely simple, especially with sequences. So even without her premier support, she was able to get through this event just fine. So let's showcase Team 4.
All targets in stars. Hear my queries. Attack confirmed. Tie a bow and call that my signature. My take this. You will yield. Victory favors me. Masterpiece complete. Still record. Assuming masterpiece initiating criticality protocol. Access confirmed. Order executed. Drive state. Special delivery. Victory favors me. In the name of the Mornye. Still recognize me. Assuming master control authorizing maximum output. All units fire. Attack confirmed. Drive stay. Don't blink. You'll miss the best part. Go over here. One more. Name your color. Take it up. My compliment. Brilliant lights the way. The world is mine. A new era awaits. Still assuming masterpiece initiated criticality protocol. Locked in. Processing complete. Tie a bow and call that my signature.
For Team 5, we have Phorlova, Canterella, and Shorekeeper. Now, this is a very powerful team, especially since we got a special buff that specifically benefits them. The only problem that I had was the boss. Because I was fighting the motorcycle boss to where he has varying attacks, some are quick and some take a long time to hit you, it was very hard to do Phorlova's combo, which made it very hard to activate her liberation. This is also true for Canterella to where she has a lot of the same issues as Phorlova. So if I was to do this all over again, I'd probably would use Phorlova at an earlier or later stage. But with that, let's go ahead and showcase Team 5.
Symphony of life. The soul never entombed. Leave it to me. Body loaded. In war with time.
Take a breath. Night, sleep. In the whispers of silence. The nerve. Breath forth in fury. Cannot blame all this with
Annihilation. Victus, ready. Prepare retreat. Begin. Witness. Blossoms in wind. Oath from the heart. Stay calm. Loading. An astral modulation.
I'll keep you company. Surge of deep tide reptiles playing you. Oh, this will be fun.
Ensemble. Cadence. Bolt. Thus you fall. Victus. Ready. Symphony of life. Waves. Rejoicing. The soul never entombed. Ordained. I engraft in you.
Sink into the endless deep. The sunken depths. Oh, this will be fun.
Annihilation. Cadence. Hurt. Symphony of life. Prepare retreat. Begin. Chant. Songs of old. Oath from the heart.
For Team 6, we had Lupa, Changli, and Brant. Now, this was a very annoying boss to fight. This is where I had to fight the mech, and I was trying to save a flame team to beat some of the ice bosses. What I did not realize is that this boss constantly moves, so it was very hard for me to actually do the rotation on these characters, to where I basically had to learn almost all of his animations before I was finally able to get a clean run. A few tips for this boss is try to take advantage of the tomb break mechanic. A lot of times when he's flying in the air, you have a split second to go ahead and activate the tomb break to where you can try to get some extra damage. And when he does go into an ice shield, you want to try to get behind him so that way you can quickly break that. Otherwise, you're not going to do much damage on the ice shield. And if I had to do this again, I probably would try to use my Cartethyia team on this boss so that way I can quickly get past it. But with that, let's showcase Team 6. And now we finally make it to my strongest team, consisting of Cartethyia, Ciaconna, and Chisa. Plus, my Cartethyia is S2, so she hits very hard. Now, the main opponent that I was fighting was the Ice Dragon, so the only main issue that I had right there is that I had to make sure that I dodged a couple attacks so that way I didn't get frozen. Because the nice thing is since Cartethia's main stat is HP, she can take quite a few hits without it being much of a problem. But who cannot take much of a hit is Chisa, so you really do need to make sure that you dodge with Chisa so that way you can get her rotation off properly. Plus, sadly, the next boss after the Ice Dragon is the Monkey, which is arrow resistant, so it made my Cartethyia weaker. So again, next time I do this, I will position my teams better. So let's showcase Team 7.
I have unraveled with a pivotal moment. Structural integrity attack. Count up. Cutting through the number. Thanks for watching. Could you spare a second? Slow your pace, listen to the story of Cartethyia. Now presenting a poem of finale. Oceans bow before me. Torrents rage on. My blade purge all evil. Nothingness deconstructed. Dead center lost. Break apart. Watching. Perfect wrapper. A perfect chord. Listen, the trio of destiny. Be gone, wicked souls. Repent.
For silence beckons.
Sounding the death knell.
Ruin is imminent. Windstorm. Sweep all away.
Lifeline, pluck, come. Meet your end. Pieces. Flicker into form. Structural integrity attack. Connection severed. Thanks for watching. There is no turning back this time.
Let the show begin. Revealed at last.
A pivotal moment. Flicker into form. This ends here.
And for my 8th team, I have Augusta, Iuno, and Shorekeeper. Now, this of course is one of my strongest teams, especially since Augusta is S2. But there are a few things that you do need to set up with Augusta. I generally need to try to wait a little bit before I start combat, so that way I can get that first Crown of Will, so that way I can fully activate her combo without any issues. To where once you intro in, you basically need to do a heavy attack into a basic attack 2 times, and then you can weave in her liberation and her skill. I generally try to do a heavy attack into a basic attack and then I activate her skill, and then I do another heavy attack into a basic attack and then I cast her liberation. If this is done properly, you're able to activate her special skill to where if you press it 3 times, you're able to activate her special liberation by holding down the liberation button. Mastering this combo greatly reduces your field time on Augusta to where you're going to do a lot more damage. I honestly think that I could have got a higher score if she had a special buff like Cartethyia and Phorlova, and if I wasn't fighting the monkey boss since Iuno's damage was nerfed since she's arrow. But even with those restrictions, she still was able to get a very high score. So let's showcase Team 8.
Loading. Astral modulation. Now watch closely. On you go. Answer my call. Ordained. Loading. I engraft you. Now watch closely. Taste my resolve. Entertain me. Well, at my strength. Causality, overtake. Honor to you, my friend. From the heart. Stay corroding. In war with time. With style and grace. On you go. The moon is full. Face me. Fate in my mind. Fate. Revealed. Fight by my side. My valor never fails. In control. Ordained. Loading. Astral modulation. I'll indulge you. Bow before on you go. Answer my call.
And for my last team, it consisted of Camellya, Sanhua, and Verina. So I originally thought that you can only use 8 teams in this event. Due to that, I wasn't planning to run this team. If I was, I most likely would have ran this one much sooner. And I do have Rocha on my account, but it's kind of annoying to play Rocha when you have Sanhua as an option. The reason being is that Rocha takes up quite a bit of field time, and you need to build her properly so that way you can get the full buffs. And she's very easily knocked out of her combo. Whereas Sanhua, I literally just made a very bad Moonlet set for her before I started this video, because my other teams took her Moonlet pieces a long time ago. And she has one of the shortest field times in the game, and she buffs Camellya. So if I just had to use Rocha, most likely I would put her in my Phorlova team. But even still, it's annoying to put it there, but I guess it does free up a Shorekeeper. But Camellya is pretty strong on my account because she's also one of those hyper carries that I got a few sequences on. So let's showcase the last team.
Luminous energy. Fruit of evolution.
Stay behind. Frozen blockade.
Grab it, buddy. Don't run. Keep the dance going. Keep trying. Grafting, suffer. Let's have fun. Bloom. It's fun. I can use some fertilizer. Bask in the sunlight.
Stay behind. Cycle approach. Lotus pervade.
Reborn from ancient struggle harder. Entertain me. Crimson blossom. Let's have fun. Leave it to me. Life is in everything.
Stay behind. Like frigid death. A chain.
Grab a buddy. Feed my blossoms, self-deceivers.
Well, hopefully this was able to help you think of a few team ideas, or you guys just enjoyed the content. If so, I would greatly appreciate a like so that way we can spread more on YouTube. But other than that, I'll talk with you guys later. But feel free to check out my team's weapons and stat here at the end of the video.